So the best way to start a sales conversation is by actually offering business owners something that they actually want. Now, there's a couple that sounds really simple, but we have to, let's break that sentence down. The first thing is by offering, okay? So by giving something, the first thing is we have to be willing to give something, right? We can't be willing to take right off the bat. Even if taking is, even if that's just taking time, right? Even if that's just taking a little bit of time. So if the sentence is offering business owners something that they actually value. Let's just say that, right? Let's just go through that. So that's what we're talking about. Now this offering part is important, right? This offering part is important because, well, business owners are so important, and the most valuable thing we have is time, right? You can't get time back. So even if we're asking for a call, even if we're asking for you know, them to hop on a sales pitch, or even if whatever we're asking, right? We have to make sure that we're not asking something in that initial thing, but that we are offering something, that we are giving something, whatever that means. And so I would be giving, right? Whether that's a free training, a free PDF, a free report, a free, like you should be giving something, right? Not asking something, you should be giving something, because all of a sudden it eliminates any risk for like there's no commitment risk, right? It's very, very low commitment. So I think that's the first step. Now the second part is this business owners part, okay? Business owners, we have to once again think about what is it that business owners, like where is their mindset at, right? And what I would think about this is all in your language, okay? This is in your language. You have to speak the language of your business owner. Business owners, most business owners, dentists, doctors, you know, lawyers, any high level, you know, career-oriented profession, right? Whatever, you know, you want to say that. They all speak a certain language, right? Everybody speaks a certain language. The higher you go up, the more niched and nuanced that language becomes. So for you, you've got to get in and you've got to speak the language of your niche. And your sales copy, your headline, your message, your email, your whatever you're sending has to reflect that you are on the inside of that group. It has to reflect that you get what they are going through because you talk the same language that they speak, right? I think that this is actually something really, really interesting. I remember when I was younger, and this is something that maybe helps with marketing, but I would always end up talking like the people that I was, you know, around. And I know that sounds maybe racially driven or whatever it is, but I grew up in LA, and I had you know, friends of all different colors and creeds and stuff like that. And I had African American friends, and I had Indian friends, and I had Hispanic friends, I had white friends, I had Filipino friends, I had, I mean, like all these different, and what was interesting is that when we would hang out with these certain people, you would start to use certain words, you start to use certain slang terms that people of that group, you know, used. And so certain words people in a certain group use all the time, and everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. But if you take that into a different group, nobody has any idea any clue what you're talking about. And the same thing happens in business. So what I would share with you is that you really have to understand what is the language that they're speaking, right? So this part of the sentence, when I think about what's important here, the business owner is like, what is the language you know, are they, if they're real estate agents, they're caring about transactions and buyers and, you know, farms, and they're talking about leads and follow-ups, right? Like, if they're maybe in the chiropractic space, they're talking about clients, they're talking about appointments, they're talking about, I'm not in that space, so I don't know. You guys would know your industry better, but your message should reflect that, right? And then the last thing is something that they actually, and then right here, that they actually value, okay? That they actually value. So you've got to know what that is, and you've got to offer that, right? And that could be in lots of different forms, but you could offer them a PDF. You could offer them a report. You could offer them a video. You can offer them a free training. You can offer them, I wouldn't offer them a free consult because nobody likes free consults. Everybody knows that those are just sales pitches. But you could offer them, hey, if you do website design, you can go, hey, I'd be willing to offer you a 15-point website optimization checklist that will be personalized to your business, and whatever, right? But then if they say yes to that and they're like, ooh, I want this 15, whatever, it can be, that thing can be pre-recorded, pre-defined, and it's the same every time, where you're just like, hey, I can send you a 15-point, 15-point checklist that you can go through that will help you do this thing. And if they obviously want that, then it shows that they're thinking about their website design, that they're thinking about whatever it is that you are offering them. But it has to appeal to them. They actually have to value it, right? So that's that comes from market research, that comes from knowing your niche, that comes from knowing who your customers and your clients are. And the great thing is that these tools really allow you to scale that in a large way. So if you don't know what those things are, just listen, right? Just prod and listen. Send a message, see what happens, right? Get on the phone, people, talk to them. Chances are it's not going to work out, but you listen, and then that informs the next decision, right? Your initial forms of outreach should really be to get engagement, and then after that engagement, you want to start gathering information to essentially qualify them, right? So that's another thing that's what I got for you.